Let's have a look at the combat system. So here in Yartsevo we have 3 units attacking and 1 defensive line defending. So the Soviets roll 1 die, they hit at 6, but they miss. Now the Germans roll 4 dice with the Panzer, hitting at 5 and 6, and they score 3 hits. So because Yartsevo as a minor city, 1 hit is absorbed by the minor city, 1 hit is absorbed by the defensive line, but this hit eliminates the defensive line. So Yartsevo has fallen. Now all fast units remain face down, visible, while slow units are put face up. Let's have a look at the other combats here. Here the Soviets have infantry and the Germans have tanks plus motorized infantry. Because of this is a green area, the Germans claim for panzer attacks, so they roll before. They roll 4 dice with the 24 Panzer Corps, hitting at 4, 5 and 6, and they score 4 hits. Here there are no absorb bonus, no anything, so both these units are eliminated. The battle is over and these 3 units remain face up because they can blitz. Let's have a look at another combat here. It is almost the same because here the Soviets have infantry and the Germans have tanks, so this is another panzer attack. So 3 dice for the panzers and there is 1 hit, but this 1 hit is enough because there are no absorb bonus here. So this unit is eliminated, this unit face up, this one can blitz. Let's have a look at something a bit more complicated like this attack here. In this case we have artillery fire. And the Soviets have, a full strength tank corps. Okay, so first of all, artillery fire, we roll 4 dice because 4 star, and we hit at 5 and 6, and we score 1 hit. In this area there is no city, no absorb bonus, so the tank corps is reduced from 3 to 2, and the artillery fire marker is removed. Then the Soviets roll 2 dice, hitting at 5 and 6. They score 1 hit, thus reducing the German infantry from. And go, so the Soviets have reduced the German infantry, so they roll only 3 dice, hitting at 6, nothing. So this combat is over. The area remains contested, but it belongs to the Soviet players, so it is concealed while the attacker remains visible. Let's have a look at this battle, which is very interesting. So here we cannot claim for panzer attack because we don't have panzer and they have the defensive line. So the Soviets roll 1 die before and they hit only at 6, but they miss. We roll 2 dice with the Dutch Reich, hitting at 5 and 6. But rolling these 2 dice is unuseful because they have 2 absorb bonus here. So let's say that there are 2 hits and the first hit is absorbed by Mogilev and the second hit is absorbed by the defensive line itself. So why to attack here? To put it out of supply and engage it so it can be removed at the end of the next Soviet impulse. The last combat is here where we have the artillery fire for the Germans, so they roll 4 dice, hitting at 5 and 6, they score 3 hits. The first one is absorbed by the terrain because it is yellow, but the second eliminates the Soviet tank corps, and thus this battle is over as well. Now let's have a look at the blitz, because 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, all this armor may blitz. Thus this armor will blitz here with this one here, while, or we can also do something a bit different. We can say that this one is going back here and we are blitzing here with these 2 and with this one here, while this one remain in place. So during the blitz the only combat we have is this one. We are fighting against the defensive line in Yelnya. So let's see if the Germans can get rid of this annoying defensive line in Yelnya. They need 3 hits. So we first roll with the full strength Panzer Corps. Oh, 3 hits! 3 hits. So the first one is absorbed by Yelnya, the city itself. The second one is absorbed by the defensive line, but the third one destroys the defensive line, and the battle is over. Then my impulse, which was a tactical impulse, is over. I reduce and conceal both my activated leaders, Dutz, Ott, and Guderian, and now it's the Soviet impulse.